Welcome everybody to the Daily Market Commentary. My name is Charlie Fulkerson, joined by my dad, Sunburnt Chuck Fulkerson.
He's calling me sunburnt again. That's 2 days in a row, buddy. You're hurting my feelings. All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Daily Market Commentary. Hope everybody had a great trading day yesterday. I'm going to keep today's pretty light and pretty short, as we're heading into the 4th of July holiday here in the U.S. We are up a little bit in the futures markets. Let's go ahead and dive right in right quick. Now, yesterday I thought that we may get a bit of a reversal down here in the S&P. I missed the reversal by a number of ticks. And so, Mama told me there'd be days like this, and that's exactly what happened. We blew through that level, and then we rallied, and we've been rallying pretty much ever since that area met entry. So both that one and the NQ. Now, I did have a setup for a potential breakout here above this level. One of the things about the breakout is you got to make sure that you are okay with the risk associated with the breakout. So remember, if you take this breakout, your stop has to be down here because this is the last pivot below the breakout. Your stop goes at the pivot below the breakout. So this takes a fair amount of risk in order to be willing to take this trade. I will tell you, I'm not comfortable with over 50 points of risk. And so especially coming into a holiday weekend, not taking that particular breakout. I was actually hoping for a bit of a basing before that level, before that area. So I will be more apt to take a pullback. That's just too much risk for me to be willing to jump in on. I always say you've got to temper your position. Now, you certainly could still take it. The secret there is change your vehicle. Right? So though I may not take it in the NQ, I may go look at it as an options position in the QQQ. That's how you still take advantage of the move, but just change your vehicle. I said this to a group of traders last week. I didn't get into this game to be a futures trader. I got into this game to be a trader. And so that doesn't mean that I have to trade the NQ. I could always trade options on the QQQ or just the QQQ itself and still get very similar movement. So what I have for today, I expected that we would get a bit of a breakout above that level. As I look at this area right here, this area would be, we've got a couple of different potential sell points up here. None of them have a great time of day associated with them. And so I think there's room for it to kind of continue a march higher, but I'm not really adding much else to my trades today based on any of that. I would say that if you do want to try to get long and you've missed some of this rally, you may get an opportunity right in here on, say, the 15-minute time period on a bit of a pullback. Because this is where we broke through the ceiling, right, Charlie? And if we broke through the ceiling, the old ceiling becomes the new what?
Floor.
Right.
And once we hit a new ceiling, then we stop.
Right. So if it comes back down to this floor could be a place where it's going to go back which direction?
Up.
Right. So we could look for that as a potential opportunity. Looking at crude oil. So crude oil, we are getting a bit of a potential triangle breakout pattern with this basing right through here. Now, it's a fairly weak triangle, but there is a potential for a triangle breakout pattern on this right here. This is the kind of tight movement that you like to see in those breakout trades. Gold, we have a bit of a reversal from our gold level. So those of you that got in on this gold reversal, you've gotten just about a 1-to-1 movement on it so far. Be willing to take your stops and maybe now move it up underneath this low here to reduce your overall risk. That turns it into a 2-to-1 trade immediately. So gold is starting to move off of its little level. Looking at the bonds and our currency markets. So in our bond market, we hit our reversal level yet again, and it's came back down. So it's kind of the gift that keeps on giving as price came back to the top of a slide, and at the top of a slide,
we go down. Yeah, I know that. Time to move on, Dad.
Easy there, pal. Watch the attitude, huh? All right. Prices came back up here, and we moved down there fairly strong. So the next, when I'm looking at bonds, we've really just been chopping in the bonds in general, right? So if I go back to this to a daily chart, we've been kind of range bound for quite a while, chopping along. And so there's not a whole lot I want to add to this. I will be more apt to take that hourly level off now that we've hit it twice. I'm not comfortable leaving it on for a third go around in through here, although I think there's a chance we could continue the move down. In the Aussie, we still have our level up here for a potential reversal in the Aussie. We may have added a potential reversal down below here on this rally up. This was the beginning of a strong move up, the beginning of a mountain, if you will. So we've got a potential for a reversal back here. This
Bulls, Dad. I said time to move on.
Easy, Charlie. We're on a new market now. Now we're on the Aussie. We were on the bonds before. All right. Next is the euro. Nothing I still want to add on the euro. None of these reversals have been areas that have excited me enough to get long or to get short, and it's all really stemming from this big price movement here that we've just kind of been inside, and there's nothing in here that's gotten me excited, so I'm leaving it be. Take a look at this Canadian dollar. Now, yesterday we talked about this potential pennant pattern here, and remember, on these, I anticipated a breakout to the upside. We didn't get the breakout to the upside, but you're not always going to get the upside breakout. We got a downside breakout on these. Remember, on any time you have this kind of symmetrical triangle pattern, you can break out one direction or the other. In this case, it broke out to the downside, and this is why conditional orders are best. Now, I will tell you, I didn't have the short side set up. I kind of wish that I did, but hindsight always seems to work really, really well. But that's why I like to do these videos so that I can tell you when I don't catch the trades, which is certainly the case on this one. Last and certainly not least, Great British Pound, Japanese Yen. We are still nowhere near our British Pound or our Japanese Yen level. Nat gas I want to talk about for a moment, though, because I've got a potential reversal down here, but look at how we're just basing right in front of it. So limited potentials on that one. You may want to take the breakout from this range if the breakout does occur. So that's all I have for today. I don't think I'm going to have a video on tomorrow. I may or may not. I haven't decided yet. I may put something on just related to currencies in general. But as far as I can tell right now, I'm probably not going to do a video tomorrow. For those of you, if I don't do one, I hope everybody has everybody in the U.S. has a happy, safe 4th of July holiday, celebrating Independence Day. For those of you that are not in the U.S., I'm sure you guys can still trade other fun things. We just can't do a whole heck of a lot. Everybody have a good day, Charlie.